Most of us need apply for home loan when buy a property. So what are the latest rules for housing loan application in Singapore?
I hear a lot of changes for rulings of home loans since 2013.
Yes, we feel a little bit confused about them.
Well, the current home loan rulings in Singapore can be summarized into TDSR framework, LTV limits, minimum cash down payment rules and MSR limits. Firstly, TDSR framework is a fundamental rule applicable to all the property loans in Singapore.
I was told TDSR. What is that exactly?
TDSR stand for Total Debt Servicing Ratio. Borrower's total debt liability cannot exceed 60% of his gross monthly income when applying for property loan. Banks will use a uniform formula to calculate applicants' gross monthly income, with a certain ratio of haircut on variable income and amortization on eligible financial assets.
Excuse me, if we couple our joint borrowers, what are the actual loan tenure and quantum we could be granted?
Singapore banks will uniformly apply middle term of interest rate and income waived loan tenure to calculate total quantum of property loan for joint borrowers. Second, the rules of loan to value. LTV limits will apply for housing loans in Singapore. Here are the detailed rulings. LTV limit for borrower without outstanding housing loan will be capped at 80% or 60% if the loan tenure is more than 30 years or extends age 65. LTV limit will be at 80% for HDB flat buyers who apply for a bank loan with the loan tenure within 25 years. Or 60% if loan period extends 25 years or beyond borrower's age 65. LTV limit will be capped at 50% for borrowers who apply for new home loan with one outstanding housing loan, or 30% if the loan tenure is more than 30 years or extends age 65. LTV limit will be capped at 40% for borrowers applying for new home loan with 2N plus outstanding housing loan, or 20% if the loan tenure is more than 30 years or extends age 65. For non-individual borrowers, the LTV limit will be capped at 20% regardless of count of outstanding housing loans. Thirdly, along with LTV limits, the minimum cash down payment, MCDP, will be required as well. The MCDP equal to 5% or 10% of the valuation limit will be required for individual borrowers without outstanding housing loans, or with LVT of 60%. The MCDP equal to 25% of the valuation limit will be required for individual borrowers with one or more outstanding housing loans. Fourthly, the MSR limits of 30% of monthly income will apply to home loans for both the HDB flat and new executive condo unit which is bought directly from developer.
Oh, for buying new EC unit, we can only borrow much less money from bank. Up to 50% less than before. When only TDSR framework works on EC home loan. What a pity!
Yes, the latest measures on EC home scheme have brought the policy for buy a new EC closer to that of buying the HDB flat. Encourage buying EC within one's finance capacities.